hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Sellers to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Penn State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try it over the left side. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
LSU right back to the line. Throwing Sellers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Tigers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Again, it's Sellers. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
But how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Sellers. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sellers. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's running free down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Here's Sellers to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
LSU quick to the line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
So now it's second and long.
Here we go.
Throwing, Sellers. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Across the 25. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, LSU.
And I'm kind of surprised. His first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, Given the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quarterback making adjustments. Sellers. Looking left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Johnson. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Sellers to the air again. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
It's such a nice play getting that sack. And I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud. Arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country. And I know that having played here before, you do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out. And you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The pitch. Maybe a crease. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield. That's caught. It's Clark. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Sellers to throw. Quick completion on the out route. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Offense changing the play. Throwing Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
Back to pass on second down. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Sellers from the gun on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the...
On a minute, the offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sellers. Pressure coming. Runs through a tackle. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Again, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Might be changing the route. Sellers. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air, It's Sellers. He lets one fly deep. Caught at the 25. All by himself down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Quarterback will keep it. He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Sellers to throw. He's taking the shot. Upstairs, he's got it. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side. Makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders at 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found. Stopped at the 23. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Sellers. Looking for a big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the...
He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone and they've got it 1st and 10. Sellers fires to the wideout, and this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
The run inside. After a pickup of 3, balls at the 18. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Sellers to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Got a man. It's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Penn State. That one will give them the lead.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Play fake, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing, Sellers. Now he's going to break the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Back and forth they go as these two high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Sellers. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Gonna take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Racing down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gashes him in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they put drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Throwing Sellers. Time to take a shot. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Sellers. He slings it deep to the left. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Coleman open on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his own 20. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line. Corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at 34. Inside, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Under fire. And they got it.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
He's going to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on third down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Here's Sellers to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
He might want another play. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
That is a play the big man has to make, right? Third down. It's a critical situation. QB went the right place with the football. He found his tight end open. He's just...
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Beavers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Yeah, and how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sellers. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
This time he's got it. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure, and down he goes.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Hines is back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sellers from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll take it himself. Inside the 45. Maybe some room here. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Sellers. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And the extra point was good. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. From inside the 10, here he comes. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. And a pretty good job by the coverage unit. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Rush is on him. Complete to the left. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Beavers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? throw again. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Mayaba. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Between the quarterback and his receiver, they just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's a fourth down.
The Beavers will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him this time.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They march 72 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Sellers. Under fire. He gets away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Going long. Wheels it in on the left side. Lots of running room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Throwing Sellers. Here comes the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be